Reading have been in trouble for years. The owner ruined them financially, leading to multiple point deductions, and now they find themselves in League One. But they do still hold the championship point record and have produced talent like Elise. And with the new owner in charge, they might start to climb the English pyramid. Well, they've had an awful start to this season and the championship goal is just slipping away. But with us taking over, can Reading become Premier League champions? The starting team really isn't actually that bad at all. We've got some good youth in there like Andre Garcia, who's one of the best wonder kids on the entire game. We've got Robbie Savage's son, Charlie Savage. Marriott from Wrexham. Honestly, there are some good players here, and I feel like they're definitely underperforming and could definitely be on a push already for the championship. And with £2 million, I think we're only going to be looking to maybe make one signing, because I think this squad is ready to be pushing for the championship, maybe a playoffs in the first season. I don't think that's too unrealistic. I feel like right mid is definitely somewhere we could do with. We don't actually have one other than Matt Ritchie, and no offense to him, he's got 54 pace, and it's just not really what we're after here. I really like Ben Elliott, but he's going to have to be used in midfield, because we don't have that many options as a backup centre mid in the 4-4-2. And talking about the 4-4-2, we're going with a custom tactical preset we've got on the counter style with balance. And as you can see, when we have the ball, we're going very attacking with width on both sides, with the wing backs over attacking. They're both young, so we're going to use their energy. And we've got Marriott and Kelvin Ibatiman up front. Kelvin's going to be such a crucial player for us. He just hit 100 games for Reading in real life, so we're going to try and make him stay for as long as possible on this journey. As long as he continues to grow, I don't see why that would be an issue. And we do actually have some decent youth in this team as well. Andre Garcia is such a good left back, especially because we're starting in League One. He's going to have loads of time to grow. Our other fullback, Kelvin Abrafa, a really good player. They can play right or left back, 21 years old, 64 rated, and he's going to be a starting right back in League One, so he's definitely going to grow in ratings. But then look, Ben Elliott is 65 rated, 22 years old. Charlie Savage, 22 years old, 66 rated. Kelvin, 22, 64 rated. I mean, there's a lot of youthful players in this squad, so maybe we've just one signing and we're ready for the season. We've actually bought in Gareth McCleary for £300,000. He's 38 and 66 rated, so you might be thinking, why have we done this? Well, if you don't know about Gareth McCleary, he is a Reading legend, spending so many years at Reading, and because we've had an idea for the other right mid. Well, firstly, we also have other options for right mid if he doesn't perform very well. So we have obviously the likes of Ben Elliott. We also have this guy right here who can technically play right mid, and he's rapid. He's probably going to end up being our first choice. We also have Matt Ritchie, even though don't really think he's going to be getting too many minutes for us. But we decided Gareth McCleary was our best option because we're going to set up a youth scout to go and find us a brand new wonder kid winger. And so we've saved our money to be able to get this very decent scout, and we're going to set him up to go to South America, and more specifically Brazil, for 3 months to find us a right mid / right winger. And hopefully he can find us an absolute baller that we can sign now and develop into a superstar. But as you can see, most of our team's contracts are expiring in literally 1 year. So I've got to keep my eyes on the notifications, because so many of these players could be really important for us. So if we miss their contracts, it could be so costly. We've got 3 decent academy right mids, but for this first season, they're going to remain in the academy and see out of them who performs the best, who grows in ratings the most. So hopefully in season 2, they can help us get to the championship or the Premier League, depending where we are. So for the first season, this is what our starting 11 is going to be looking like. I'm hoping we can get straight into the championship, either by winning the league or through playoffs. Either will do, but Reading need to escape League One, and I think our team might just be good enough to do it. Well, second place is absolutely perfect with 90 points. What a season we have just had, meaning Reading are heading to the championship. But it's not all good news, because basically throughout the season, you can see how many messages we've been getting. We've been playing everyone as much as we possibly can. Starters like Charlie Savage and stuff like that just got really unhappy really quickly. So going into the second season, our first in the championship, we're actually not sure how many first team players are going to want to stay. But Kelvin was such a key player for us. He got 25 and 3 in the league. And then Paddy Lane from left mid got 11 and 6. Marriott 11 and 6 as well. Lewis Wing 8 and 12 from centre mid. And Gareth McCleary, for 39 years old, got 9 and 2. That's actually really impressive. But to avoid going straight back down to League One, we're going to definitely need some big investment. We only have £5 million though, and I think that's going to make it really difficult to compete with every other team in the championship. And like I said, our team got tore apart in the off-season because of people being unhappy, them just getting pre-agreements with other teams. So we've lost our main wonder kid, Andre Garcia. We've also lost a lot of other players. So this is what our team is looking like. You might be thinking, who the hell is Ricky? I'll be honest, I have absolutely no idea why he's in the club. I can think of one reason, and it's because on a pre-agreement, it must have been a swap deal. But either way, he's 70 rated. He actually looks pretty decent. He's definitely going to be a starting midfielder for us. But we're definitely going to need way more players if we want to actually compete in the championship. I mean, as you can see, we've brought in so many players. 5 to be precise. 2 free agents. We've got Jamie Lawrence, Max Lowe, Masovic, Kalen Vickers, and Jamie Donnelly on loan. Masovic is going to be such a solid centre-back for us, just like Jamie Lawrence as well. We thought in the championship, if we haven't got the strongest side, we at least need to be defensively solid. So we needed a complete overhaul of our defense. And that's why we got Max Lowe in as well. 29 years old, 71 rated. He'll actually be a solid left back for us, considering going into this season, we currently have 0 left backs before him. Jamie Donnelly's on loan from Tottenham and looks so good. And he does have a buy option of £2 million. So if we are impressed by him, we can make it a permanent deal at the end of the season. And Kalen Vickers, you might be thinking he's not that high rated and stuff. But trust me, this one was a personal one. Kalen Vickers, I watched his debut for Reading. He used to play for them, if you couldn't tell. He was an absolute baller. Then he got bought and he's been loaned out since. So we thought Kalen Vickers did not get the treatment he deserved at Reading. So let's bring him back, pair him with Kelvin up front, and let's do some damage. Our starting 11 now is actually looking way better already. I feel like it's a lot more balanced. We've got a very solid defense now, mixed with a bit of youth with a Brafer as well. Then the attack, we've got the youth in Donnelly, Vickers and Kelvin. And then we've got Paddy Lane, who come off a fantastic season for us last year. We have obviously changed the formation as well, just because I feel like this gets the best out of the players that we currently have. We've also promoted Fernando Cordoba to the first team from our academy, 17 years old. And he could be an exciting prospect off the bench. And hopefully he can grow in ratings as well and be a massive help for us. So this is the team going into the championship. I'm much happier than where we were at the start of this season. But it's going to be tough in the championship. There's some big teams in there. But Reading, we need to get to the Premier League. So let's get into this championship season. And fingers crossed, a mid-table finish would be fantastic for us. And we finished in 14th place. That is such a good first season in the championship. As you see, it was Preston, Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday to go down. And the winners of the league were obviously Brentford, breaking Reading's 106 record. Not ideal. I wish I kind of didn't check that. But 14th, a very, very good first season. The team is looking good as well. Certain players have gone up in ratings massively, like Jamie Donnelly now up to 74 rated. Brafer's up to 71. Kalen Vickers is almost at the 70 point. And Kelvin is up to 73. So things aren't actually looking too bad. Charlie Savage is leaving at the end of the season to Birmingham City on a free. He didn't want a new contract. Not really much we can do about that. He is out the door at the end of the season. But Kelvin put up 18 in the championship, which is actually a really solid return. And Kalen Vickers, 17 and 11. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Lewis Wing, 8 and 3. He's becoming one of our most important players. But Paddy Lane really struggled. 3 goals in 31 games with only 1 assist. Cordoba, the academy prospect, came in towards the end of the season, got 3 goals in 5 games. So he could definitely be one to watch. If we want to get up to the Prem, players like that could be so important. And only £4 million to spend. We want to go to the Prem, but the board are just not investing in us. And this team is just not ready for the Prem at all. We literally have no depth. And once again, no money. We're really struggling to keep hold of players because obviously there's more bigger, attractive clubs approaching them. And I mean, we can't even really replace them because they're going on freeze and we're not getting any money. It's a really tough situation, but we're going to try our best to make something work here. We've bought in 3 players, but not a single penny spent. Jamie Donnelly has returned for a 2-year loan this time. Matthias Seidel on a free. And Geiger on a free. But look at Dennis Geiger, guys. 75 rated, 29 years old. He's not the quickest in the world, but I think in DM, next to Lewis Wing, it could be really impressive for us. And then Seidel, 75 rated as well. A very all-rounded attacking midfielder that can also fill into centre mid. Should be a solid player. And we all know about Jamie Donnelly. Off a fantastic first season for us. Has returned for a 2-year loan this time. So I feel like we've been a bit more sensible with the money. The board have tortured us with no transfer budget, but I feel like we're making it work. back. So this is what the team is looking like in the minute, and we actually have no money left because we need to keep a tiny bit aside just for when players want new contracts and stuff like that. I feel like at this point, we need to now try and keep hold of as many players as possible. The team is good. Are we good enough to get up to the Prem, though? That's a different question. I feel like we have the potential. Players like Kalen Vickers could really shine this season. Same with Jamie Donnelly. Same with Kelvin. The defense is solid. The midfield now has had a massive boost to it. So there's nothing else to really do before getting to the next season. The transfer window is finished for us, and we're now ready to get into the second season in the Championship, the third season overall, and this season, hopefully, Reading can reach the Premier League. Third place and a chance at the Championship playoffs. Reading might actually be heading to the Premier League. We face Hull City in the first round, and then it's either Bristol or Ipswich if we make it to the final. So fingers crossed we can get to the Premier League in this season, and hopefully the board will bless us with some nice money. We beat Hull in the semis 4-1 on aggregate, and as you can see, Ipswich made it to the final, and we beat them 4-2, which means Reading are in the Premier League. And I mean, this team, you can see how it won the playoffs. If there wasn't Southampton and Burnley walking the league, it could have easily gone up in automatics. Donnelly's now 79 rated, and we've still got him for another season. Kelvin and Vickers are both 76. The defense is solid. Could definitely do with some improvements, but that will come with time. Don't you worry. And Vickers did have a breakout season, 27-7, and then Kelvin 25-9. Them two as a strike partnership were unbelievable. Donnelly 12-11, and in general, just a fantastic player. Lewis Wing 10-6, and just so you know, this was his retirement season at 32 while having, you know, just about to get in the Prem, and he decided to retire. I questioned the decision, but Lewis Wing, thank you for your service, mate. You've got us to the Premier League as El Capitano. We finally have money, £33 million to spend, but once again, we have some bad news. As you can see, we're down to O'Connor starting for us at centre-back, which is just not ideal whatsoever. And obviously, we've now got Ricky because of the retirement. So we need some improvements. But luckily, the board have actually backed us this time and given us a good amount of money to be spending. I think experience could be really important this season. It's our first season in the Prem. We've got a lot of youth in the squad. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're really good. But you can't beat some experience in the Prem. And Leo Leroy, a 28-year-old, 75 rated free agent DM is a good shout. But what about Yarmaluk? Because Brentford just got relegated in this game, so they're now in the Championship, and he's 79 rated, but he is going to cost between 10 to 20 mil, and we only have 30 mil to spend, so we have to weigh up the options a little bit. We need to be sensible with our investment here, so it's going to be a tough decision. We decided Leo Leroy to start with anyway is probably the best investment possible, because with him and Geiger in DM, it is solid, don't get me wrong. But because he's a free agent, I think that's definitely our best bet, because centre-back is way more of an issue. Because with O'Connor starting, and even beyond him, it's extremely weak. We definitely need the centre-back to be the main investment of this squad. Maybe even a goalkeeper as well, with Pereira getting on, only 72 rated. We don't really have a backup either. And then the rest can kind of maybe be some loanees, maybe some more free agents. But centre-back and goalie, that's got to be improved instantly. Lads, we have brought in an absolute superstar. John Stones has joined from Manchester City for £6.5 million. We've also bought in Ile Kamara for 8.1 and James Beadle for 7 mil. So you might be thinking John Stones isn't very realistic, but he's 34 years old, 81 rated. He's not first choice of Man City anymore, nowhere near that. So he's going to end his career with a new challenge. Granit Xhaka kind of vibes with Sunderland, but John Stones is now a Reading player. And then Kamara is 25 years old, 76 rated, very versatile as well, which could be really helpful because this season, I'm really not too sure what to expect. And then James Beadle has got the goalkeeper situation covered, 23 years old, 76 rated. This is going to take quite a few seasons still while we're in the Prem. So having someone that can grow with the squad, I think is going to be so important if we do want to go on to win the Prem. With the new additions added, this is what the team is looking like. Honestly, I must say, I am actually very happy with it. And I think because of the mix of youth and experience, there's no reason we can't have a quick rise in the Premier League. It's time to see whether Reading can avoid heading back down to the Championship. 11th place, first season in the Premier League. What a season we've just had. 47 points, a big way off 10th in the top half, I know. But we don't care. Safety was our goal, and Reading are definitely going to be playing in the Premier League next season and maybe even pushing up the league a little bit further. And I mean, this team is looking very good now. It's a bit of a shame because Jamie Donnelly is our best player and this was the end of his loan. We're going to try our best to bring him in on a permanent, But the issue is he's going to cost so much now. He's even messaged us and said he wants to make the deal permanent. Jamie Donnelly could be returning to Reading if we get the funds needed. It is time to say goodbye to Ben Elliott, though. He's leaving when the transfer window opens, but he is 26 years old now and 71 rated. I can't blame him. He's not going to be getting any minutes in the Prem, is he? But Ben Elliott, being a quality servant, but it's time for us to go our separate ways. But only £19 million. We've just got a mid-table finish in our first season. This is the time the board should be pushing us. But instead, we're going to have to try and be extremely sensible with all of our signings. And looking at this team, we're going to need some. We've lost players. Obviously, we lost our key man, Donnelly, and also Elliott. So our midfield is looking so weak. And only £19 million. I'm really struggling to think of a way to turn this round and push even higher up the Prem. But I think I've got a couple ideas. We've bought in 6 players, as you can see right here, 2 free agents, 2 loans, and 2 transfers. So 6 players joining this team. And now I'm already feeling a little bit more confident. Okay, Callum was a free agent. It's not the most realistic thing ever. I've had to slightly stray away for it for just a couple signings, just because the board aren't backing us and we will actually get relegated and we're never going to win the Prem. So he was a free agent. I just couldn't say no to him. We needed a centre-back desperately, and he's going to be perfect. We've loaned in the Englishman Jasper Walsh from Dortmund, a very solid player. And because he's English as well, he can come and, get some minutes in the Prem, prove himself to the English fans. One of our signings was Auti, the 77-rated 28-year-old right-back that can also play a little bit higher up the pitch as well, so it's going to be very good for overlapping. Basically, we only had one right-back in the club at Brafer, so we needed a little bit more options there. And Toby Collier on loan, 25 years old, 77 rated, playing for Man United. He's not going to be getting much minutes for them. And we're a mid-table Prem club now. So I feel like that loan deal actually makes loads of sense for both clubs. Lenny Gotts, he was the other free agent, 17 years old, 75 rated. Probably not going to be a starter for us, but he's a very solid option off the bench. And Würzburger's the other man for us. He was our second signing of the window. It's been a busy one, and we're still not in a position where we can really let anyone go, because our squad, again, is just so thin, because the board are not backing us. We can't spend enough on wages. We can't bring enough players to get rid of players. It's all a mess. But I've got a feeling, with the youth we've now got in this squad, Reading and the Premier League title aren't actually that far away. Our team now, I'm very confident with. We've got a lot of youth. Again, there's a couple loans in there, but I'm trying to end this rebuild as soon as possible now. We're going after the Prem. And this centre-back partnership, I like a lot. We still got Johnny Stones in the club. Beadle's growing in rating. He's still young. The fullbacks I like. The DM partnership I like. Seedle and Walsh I like. And Kelvin and Vickers, we know what they can do. So let's waste no time whatsoever and get into our second season in the Premier League. We finished 1 point away from the title. I don't get how we've managed to do that. We've had such a good season, but Man City beat us to the Premier League title by 1 point. And I mean, this team now is so good. You might be thinking the ratings aren't that good, but it's because they're all youthful. It's just going to take time to get the ratings up, but performance-wise, they're there. Because look, Walsh put up 26 and 12, Kelvin 26 and 10, and Vickers 24 and 19. That is the sign of a Premier League winning squad. And we finally have money. £71 million going into this season. I think this year could actually be the year that we win it all. And looking at this squad, I think DM has got to be the place we now improve. Geiger's been a good servant, but I think he's going to have to drop to the bench. And lucky for us, we've brought in a superstar in Mark Bernal, because he moved to Everton, who's now got relegated for £29 million. He's 82 rated at 23 years old. He is going to be one of our best players. He is going to be a joke in that DM role. And we've also brought in Lucas Moura, Josh King, and Barbieri. So this is what our team is now looking like. Josh King at 82 rated, Moura at centre-back, Bernal and Gotts, Barbieri 82 rated at right-back. This could actually be our year, boys. Could Reading now win the Premier League? We're going to be wasting no time. Let's get into this season. A quick turnaround. I can't wait around after we've just finished second. So, I'll see you at the end of the season. Oh my God, wait. So, because we're so far into the career mode now, it's gone glitched and not everyone's played on the final day at the same time. So, we're playing Arsenal and we're third. But we're 2 points off first, which means if we beat Arsenal in this final game, we win the Premier League. I don't really get what's happened here, but we're one game away from winning the league. And I mean, look at these ratings. Kelvin and Vickers. I'm so glad I've managed to keep them the entire time. And Callan at centre-back's 86. Oh my God. Vickers 44 and 13. Kelvin 43 and 20. Josh King 24 and 16. We scored so many goals and we're now one game away from winning the entire thing. We're obviously going full strength for this final game. Win this and Reading are Premier League champions. Let's do this. Okay, we've got the ball with Kamara into Josh King now. Over to Kelvin. Oh my God, we've got the space in behind for Kalen Vickers. He's through on goal. Kalen in the 15th minute has put us 1-0 up and his 33rd goal of the season. Okay, they've got the ball now with Sansei over to Saka into Erdegaard. They've got a lot of the original players still here, but now it's Saka in the box. Oh my God. Get it clear. Get it clear now. Okay, we've got it on the counter-attack now. I can't believe we've managed to escape without conceding there, but Kelvin's on the ball now. What can we do? We've played it in behind to Josh King. Josh King is now running through on goal. 22 minutes in. Can we double our lead? It's unlucky. That is half-time. We're 45 minutes away from Reading winning the Premier League. And they've got it with Endrick now. Oh my, what a signing that is on career mode. Into Julian Alvarez. It's comfy. We've got it with Beadle now. We've gone long straight to Kelvin. Great pass into Kalen, who's played it. Oh my God. Kelvin, 74 minutes in, through on goal. This could be historic. We've won it. We've won the league. As long as we don't have a massive bottle. Kelvin has just put us 2 up with 15 to go, which means Reading are 15 minutes away from Premier League glory. Okay, they've got it with Hoffman into Declan Rice now. Over to Martin Erdegaard. Only about 10 to go now. Endrick's got the ball. Okay, that is a bit of a foul from us, but it's still Endrick now on the ball. We're sliding in. We're trying to waste some time, give away a foul if we need to, but it's now Bukayo Saka running into the box. He's put a ball into Julian Alvarez. It's not worked. Endrick! 5 minutes left, boys. If we concede, we've bottled it. We did not concede, but sadly, the footage of the end of the game and the trophy celebration did corrupt, so enjoy the trophy parade. And there's your confirmation of the league title. Don't worry, we did win 2-1. The footage just corrupted. It keeps happening at the minute, but don't worry, I found a way to fix it, so it won't be happening again. But Reading have won the Premier League, and that is obviously where this rebuild is coming to an end. If you have made it this far, thank you so much, and make sure to comment what team you want to see me rebuild next. But until next time, thanks for watching, and goodbye.